Well, I have four generations in here. So we're going way back. I think the oldest ancestor I have buried in here died in 1870. It's Civil War era. A lot of these people stayed very close. And in my family situation, it's real obvious because there's a lot of marriage back and forth between two particular families where, somebody married into a family and then somebody married a sister of, and back and forth. And you've got multiple generations. They didn't travel very far. They stayed in the area. I know that the two families in particular that are buried here originally came from North Carolina. Why did they stop here? I have no idea, but they did, and they stayed here. And they have families still here in this area today. Some of the more interesting relatives I have here, as far as I'm concerned, one of them is Phineas Montgomery. Needless to say, he was a very difficult person to find because Phineas is not a common name and it's spelled lots of different ways. His tombstone here actually only has a first initial on it. He served with the Indiana Infantry in the Civil War, and he actually has a Civil War stone here. He came from farmland, which is, I think, Randolph County, and married a Rebecca Bales, who died in 1867. I don't know where she's buried. I haven't found her grave, but his father-in-law, her father, is also buried here. And to my knowledge, they were farmers. I know that Phineas never owned property. He was always like a tenant farmer until he died in 1917. Samuel and Phineas is one of those family situations that Phineas married Samuel's daughter Rebecca. When Samuel's wife Rachel died in 1870, he married Phineas's sister Priscilla. One of Samuel's sons, Joel, married Phineas's sister Serena. So it's been a very close-knit relationship, obviously, from day one. The Baleses originally were Quaker. Phineas, I'm not sure, he wasn't Quaker. I'm not sure if he even had a religion. But it's been a very entwined family, and it makes it really interesting to try to figure out who's who. And there's about 3 or 4 generations of them specifically in this cemetery.